Expect us to say anything special.
You don't have to say anything, actually.
Okay.
You would be here to more response if there were responses. I mean, you can say. Good evening. My name is Craig Clark, and I'm the Executive Director of the Allegheny County IDA in connection with this project, which is the subject of this public hearing on May 4th at the David Howe Library in the town of Wellsville. I'm holding this public hearing to allow citizens to make a statement for the record relating to the involvement of the agency with the project for the benefit of ARVOS Ljungstrom LLC, a state of Delaware limited liability company. Proposed project consists of the following. They have interest in approximately working on their 36.3 acres, which are going to be actually expanding internally about 20%, right? That's what you put in your, okay. This will include working on that 250,400 square foot building, modification of approximately 20,000 square feet of the building. To temperature and humidity controlled environment, incorporating a shed extension on the existing facility to protect the various booths and auxiliary equipment from the elements and other required improvements for the existing facility of machinery, equipment, and other personal property. All the foregoing to constitute a manufacturing facility to be owned and operated by the company that owns the land. I intend to provide general information on the agency's general authority and public purpose to provide assistance on this proposed project. I will then open the comment period to receive comments from all present who would wish to comment on either the proposed project or the financial assistance contemplated by the agency. Before discussing the general information and opening of the public hearing for public comments, I would like to estimate the cost of the proposed project is equal to approximately $10,697,108,000, and the estimated benefits by the agency described briefly as sales tax of, these are all estimates of up to $1.653 million. Mortgage recording tax FUs would be about $75,000. And real property tax exemption would be close to $4,091,658. Provisions of the Chapter 1030 of laws of 1969 of New York, constituting Title I, Article 18A of the General Municipal Law, Chapter 24 of the Consolidated Laws of the New York, as amended in Chapter 99 of 1973 laws of the State of New York, as amended, codified as Section 906A of said General Municipal Law, authorize the agency to promote and develop, encourage, and assist in acquiring, constructing, reconstructing, improving, maintaining, and equipping and furnishing of manufacturing, warehousing, research, commercial, industrial facilities, among others. Pursuant to Section 859A of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, the agency providing any financial assistance of more than $100,000 to any project agency, among other things, must hold a public hearing pursuant to Section 859A of the Act with respect to this project or any project. Since the proposed financial assistance provided by the agency is over the $100,000, and prior to providing any financial assistance on this proposed project, the agency must hold a public hearing on the nature and location of the project, facility, and proposed financial assistance provided by the agency. After consideration of the application received from the company, members of the agency adopted a resolution on April 14th, 2022 to hold this public hearing, authorizing the executive director of the agency to conduct the public hearing with respect to the proposed project. Copies of the notice of the public hearing are available on the table. Now, unless there's an objection, I'm going to suggest waiving the full reading of the notice of this public hearing. Instead, request that the full text of the notice of this public hearing be inserted in the record of the public hearing. The comments today received at the public hearing will be presented to the members of the agency at or prior to the meeting at which the members of the agency will consider whether to approve the undertaking of the proposed project by the agency and the granting of the agency of any financial assistance in excess of $100,000. The notice of the public hearing indicated that written comments could be addressed to Craig R. Clark, and no written comments have been received to this date, but any written comments will still be included in the public document if received before we meet, which is next Thursday. At this time, I can introduce the representatives of the company. If you go ahead and introduce yourself so you go on record. Greg?
Greg Moscato, Vice President, and CHRO, Chief Human Resource Officer.
Jeff Yell, Director of Manufacturing Technology.
And after that, I'll open for a public hearing for public comment at 6:05. And by the way of operating rules, if you wish to make a public comment, please raise your hand and I'll call on you, and please wait to be recognized. Once recognized, please stand and state your name and address for the record. My guess is there'll probably be short comments tonight, but please keep your comment to 3 minutes. When everyone's had the opportunity to speak, I'll conclude the public hearing. And to be assured that we don't close this too quickly, we will wait at least 15 minutes just to make sure that somebody shows up late. So the clock is on. We will run till 6:21 unless we end up having some public show up and give questions.
Okay.
So that's my day, and I'm sticking to it. And this will all be transcribed and put on as part of our process. So the biggest problem is when we don't have a lot of comments, it's long 15 minutes.
Not bad.
So, but thank you for coming. So it's our
Pleasure.
questions. There still may be somebody that shows up.
That's fine. It's our pleasure.
And they would comment online if you'd see it?
Yes, that I have chats. In fact, that's the last time we did this, when we did it in Cuba, I actually had somebody chat.
Oh,
It's not a streaming live, but they can chat. It's open to chat.
Okay.
So it's on YouTube right now. And it was interesting because I didn't know they could chat, and somebody started chatting with me and we answered the question. So that was good.
Nice.
interesting.
Now, are we still live with video?
Yes. Video, both voice and video. So for another,
And I'm gonna grab one of
Few
these,
minutes.
if I may.
yeah, sure, that's the actual article it was in.
Thank you.
Because there actually are more people watching the YouTube than we have show up at some meetings. Because all of our full meetings are also broadcast on YouTube.
So this will be on YouTube, we'll be able
Yes,
to go pull it.
yes, the whole
You
thing will
can
be
see how
open.
many people are watching?
No, I don't, I can look at it afterwards.
Oh, after that.
But quite often, especially with our full meetings, there's probably, I know there's 5 or 6 from the public as well as reporters that are always watching,
Oh, okay.
which is good because we didn't used to have those people at the meetings, so that's fine. I didn't want to have all that. Now we'll go forward. And since there are no more further comments, I'll now close the meeting of the hearing at 6:21 on May 4th. And I want to thank you both for attending. And if there are any other comments, we will include them in the public hearing. Other than that, we're finished for the evening. Thank you. So it's all.